Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Zbit, where we talk everything that's related to cryptocurrency, financial markets, and financial products. A very, very warm welcome to all you guys. I'm just waiting for the audience to join in. I hope you guys are doing well. So stay tuned until the end of the session because there's a lot of things that we discuss while we are on the stream. Guys, crypto is a very, very big industry. Crypto has so much to learn, and it's just not going to take about 5 minutes for you guys to learn about it. So, if you want to back up with spot, futures trading, everything that you want to learn about, then you have to give a little time because your effort is definitely going to pay the rewards that you're looking for. So, please, it's a request when you join the stream, please stay tuned until the end, or at least for some time so that you learn everything. When you join the streams, it's my request to all you guys to write down in the comments what would you like me to cover. I basically will take you through everything about crypto industry, whether it's to do with the news, information, the primary catalysts that affect the markets, whatever is happening in the market, positive and negative, everything I take you through. Not just that, I take you through the spot and the futures trading, making you understand spot and futures in the most easiest manner. But if there is anything specific that you would like me to cover, then you have to drop it in the comments and then I will look into it. Guys, other than spot and futures trading that we talk about, there are a lot of factors that on an ongoing basis affect the markets way too much. So when we are taking trades, we are just not taking trades basis the charts, basis the technical analysis or fundamental analysis. There are a lot more things other than charts and fundamental analysis that we have to look into. So everything around crypto matters to us, even the smallest and the minute or the minuscule thing also does matter. So we have to keep ourselves updated about everything. So these sessions, as you all know, are basically for 4 hours. We are going to talk 4 hours every day, and we are going to basically look into a lot of topics during this time. So my, take like for whatever the agenda for the day is going to be, it's obviously I'm going to take you through a little bit about markets, where exactly markets are sitting, what exactly it looks like for the future of upcoming days, what it looks like for the markets. These are the things that I'll be discussing. Apart from that, we will be live trading. I will be doing live trade. And if you don't believe me, yesterday I took a trade with as less as $6 and I was still able to make a profit. And if you don't believe me, you can check this on the history of my orders. You can see this was an order which was placed on 13th of December. I ended up taking two, trades live with you guys, and I was able to make a profit of say these are like small little pennies. But the whole idea is it's not about how much pennies or how much you're earning. It's about using the right kind of capital to be able to take the right kind of profits that we are looking for. So you can see here on 13th of December I've taken one trade here, which was a short position that I took, and I made a profit of 0.62. And then I took another order, sorry, an other trade, and I made a profit of around 0.9, sorry, 0.009. So both of them were successfully able to close with profits. That is a good thing. Now, whether the profit is basically in pennies or if it is in 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits, that is totally dependent on a lot of factors. So when we are talking about profits, it all totally depends on the risk appetite that you have. So it also depends on the capital that you have. The whole idea about taking these trades were because I wanted to show you that with as less as $6, you can still take a trade and be in a profitable situation. So what I did in those two trades, $6 with a, in one of the trades I took a 5x of a leverage, and in one of the trades I took a 10x of a leverage. Now 10x of a leverage, do you have to follow the same thing as a beginner trader? Then the answer is definitely no. I don't want any of you to take too much of leverage in the starting, because that's not something that is for everyone, because leverage is something which not everybody can handle. So if you understand liquidity, liquidation prices, you understand how the leverage works, then yes, it is basically supposed to be taken in bigger amounts or bigger times that you can afford. And if in case you still do not understand how the liquidation happens and how the leverage calculations happen and all of that, so you better don't get into something which you do not understand. Guys, the whole idea of these sessions is not just about me telling you to do something. It's about educating your own self and making sure that you are learning these examples, these guidances that are being given in these sessions, and then go practice this on your own charts and see if they are helping you out in improving your trades on day-to-day basis. So I'm sure as beginner traders, many of you are really still confused even to from where to start. So I'll start from the start again to tell you that there is something first and foremost important question which you will ask yourself as a trader is, what is your risk appetite? So if you are a high risk trader, you are a medium risk taker, you are a basically a low risk taker, there is a cryptocurrency for every type of risk taker in this industry, and you're not left out. Don't worry, even if you're a high risk taker, you have a crypto which is there for you. You are a low risk taker, you have a crypto for you. If you want me right now to share those information, like as in you want me to share those type of cryptos which are there for low category, high category, and medium category, you can type it in the comments and I will share that with you, so that you can go do a bit of research on your own and check for yourself which crypto will be suitable for you. Okay, write it in the comments and I'll tell you about it. Otherwise, I'm going to just move with the topic for the day. So as I was telling you, today's session, 4-hour session, is going to be a combination of taking live trades along with you guys. I am going to take live trades with you. That is going to be part of it. And then while I'm taking trades and I'm giving you any buy sell signals, I'm going to give my reasoning out. Why am I taking a trade in this zone, or why am I not taking a trade in this zone, so that you understand why we are like on what aspects, on what things are we focusing on, and you take your trades basis the guidance that is given on that. Third thing that we are going to also see is we are going to see some simple concepts here and there. We are going to understand all the jargons, all the terminologies which are part of this industry, so that you are well versed when you're starting with the cryptos and you do not miss out on anything. I don't want to complicate things for you guys, because you guys are just starting out, because there are definitely difficult ways of doing things, but life can still be made simple. And I really want to make your life simple. It's like your crypto life simple, actually, your journey, crypto trading journey simple. So I'm going to simplify each and every term here, each and every concept here in the most easiest manner, and give you some good examples on a day-to-day basis, so that you can understand and relate to it. Okay, so that will be my try that I'm going to do. So if you find any value in this content, I want you guys to share these streams with all your friends, family, and support us as well. And definitely we are going to help you in return, so don't worry. Everything from the scratch till you become confident enough to take a trade yourself, we are going to handhold and guide you in every which way. Okay, so the first thing first, as I told you, there are things that you need to understand. The very first question when you enter into a crypto trading is to understand your risk appetite. Now comes the second question. When you have answered yourself that if you are clear about what kind of a risk taker are you, then second comes the capital that you're ready to invest. Now the whole idea here is we always trade with a mindset that we are going to lose out on all the money possible if the trade goes against us. Okay, this is the kind of mindset you should put yourself into. Reason being, of course, when you make a profit, profit plus principal is yours, but just in case something goes wrong, you have to be mentally prepared here. In if you're not prepared here, then you do not have the capacity to even execute your orders or execute your trading strategy for the day. So I always tell my viewers, audiences, that this is where you have to be mentally prepared, that what if, even if I'm putting say $5, I'm putting $500, I'm putting $5,000, if the trade goes against me, am I ready to take that kind of a risk? Suppose in a split of second, like market just crashes like say 60-80%, and I am putting my $5,000 of all my lifetime savings there, am I ready to take that kind of a risk? If your answer is coming as yes, then you are ready to take a trade with that amount. But if your answer is coming as no, then you have to adjust your capital depending on what you can afford to lose. Because trust me, when you get into this industry, nothing is 100% guaranteed. There is no guarantee of anything. Whatever type of trade you take, when you enter into the trade at that particular time, the probability is always 50-50. It is never 100%. So when you are getting into the mindset, there is one probability which says you're going to make profit. There is one probability which is going to say 50% that you are going to lose out on all the money. So be mentally prepared here, then get into a trade, deciding on what kind of capital you are ready to take. Now, the third question that comes here, after you are decided with your risk, then your capital, and next thing is, what trading pair are you ready to take? Now, when you are sure of this two questions, then third thing, because there are different types of cryptos made for different risk takers, different based on different capitals that can be invested or traded into. You also have to understand, like for example Bitcoin, because it has become so expensive right now, because of its scarcity and the kind of demand it attracts. So it has become like so expensive. It trades like about 90,000, 100,000 and above. So if your capital capacity is like really low, like you're trading in one digits, two digits or three digits, and you're trying to trade, better avoid taking trades in very bigger priced cryptocurrencies. Because reason being, why I tell this is because the kind of units that you are buying, or the kind of contracts you're buying into that crypto, and the kind of movement that you're waiting for your profit, you might have to wait for a bigger period of time, and you will have to wait for maybe you'll have to wait for longer time, plus the kind of movement that you want might be slightly higher than what you might be basically putting into a other type of a, like in the lower priced crypto. I'll show you this with example. Now you might be not understanding. Thank you so much, my dear, for appreciating. Now, when I say this, you might not be understanding, but I'll show you with the example what am I talking about. Now, let's see this with an example, whatever I quoted. I'll open my calculator and I'll show you the same thing here. So, for example, you have say you have somewhere around $50. For example, you have $50 and you are taking a 5x of a leverage. So you have basically uh, okay, I'll not take 50, I'll take 100 here. Okay, you have $100 and you have 5x of the leverage, so you have a $500 position. Now you're buying you're buying 900 you're buying Bitcoin at 90,000 rupees. Okay, 90,000 rupees. So you're able to buy 0.005 of the contracts that you're able to buy. And then you plan to sell Bitcoin at say instead of 90,000, let's say 90,250. Okay, now when you plan to sell it at 9,250, you're able to make $1.38 whatever, with how many points move? 250 points move. Okay, 250. Remember this in your head. Okay, now same logic, same money, same size of the position, same everything. Come to your Ethereum. You have $100 and you want to basically take a 5x leverage. $500, you bought it at 3,000 rupees. So you bought 0.16 of Ethereum contracts and you plan to sell Ethereum at, say, 3,000 is what we took, right? What did we take it as the buying price? Yeah, 3,000. So you will be selling it at 3,040. Can you see the difference? You invested $500, 90,000 worth of like when Bitcoin's price was 90,000, you invested $500 in buying 90,000 worth of Bitcoin, and you needed 250 points. Remember, you needed 250 points to be able to make only $1 there. 1.38, you needed 250 points movement. So now 250 points movement, we are going to wait good enough of time, good amount of time, and we are going to see how Bitcoin is performing in a day. What is the range, from which range to which range it is moving, how much percentage it is moving for the day. And today, is there any capacity for Bitcoin to move about 250 points that I can make just $1? Do you really want to do that? No, right? So why are we putting $500 in Ethereum? Because Ethereum's price is low. With the same amount of money, you are able to buy 0.16 contracts of Ethereum, and with just about 40 points move, not 250, 40 points move, you are able to make $6.66, whatever. And after fees also, if I remove completely, still you will be left out with $5 here. I have taken 40 points here. Just imagine for a second, you took you have $500, you bought it at 3,000, you plan to now sell it at 3,020. So with 20 points movement also, you are able to still make $3.33. Why am I emphasizing on whether you should trade with Bitcoin or whether you should not trade with Bitcoin or whether you should trade with Ethereum or you should go for something else? Is because your capital, your size of the position, your the way a crypto moves in a day, the range it moves in a day, the all these things matter a lot. It's not just about having $500 and go blindly just invest into Bitcoin. A lot of you come into this stream and ask me, do Bitcoin analysis, Bitcoin analysis. Why do you even want to trade in Bitcoin? Tell me. When Bitcoin is taking 250 points move, you're just able to make with $500, you're just able to make about $1 of a profit, 1.38 after fees. Imagine you're just left out with some $1 something, for example, and you need 250 points for your movement to happen, and then you're able to make. Instead, why aren't you going for Ethereum or even go for something more lesser than that? Maybe you can even go for Solana, you can go for XRP. They're all very cheap cryptos, and with very minimalistic move, you're still able to make good amount of profits there. Because just now with Ethereum, we saw we are able to buy at 5,000 with $500, and just about $20 move is able to give you minimum of $2 to $3 of a profit. Now, what is the intelligent way of doing things? Do you still think you want to trade in Bitcoin, like you want to invest into a 90,000 corpus? Do you want to trade in 100,000 corpus, or do you want to lower your corpus, lower your trade where your capital is limited? So you want to utilize that capital to buy a less expensive crypto where your little movement can bring about good amount of change into your crypto. So think of these kind of things, think beyond all these things, think out of the box. Then only you will be able to basically trade in the right direction. First and foremost important mistake which everybody does, which most of you do, is thinking that my friend is trading in Bitcoin, let me also trade in Bitcoin. My friend is trading in Ethereum, let me also trade in Ethereum. No, that is not how you do it. You have to think of your own risk appetite. Your friend might be a moderate risk taker. They might be having like huge capital. They might be trading in 10,000s or 20,000s of dollars, but you are having only $5. You're having just $10, or you're just having one or two digit of dollars that you can invest, which you can, even after taking a leverage, you just might be having, say, $60, $80, $100 is maximum that you have. So Why are you competing with a person who is basically having $10,000 or $20,000? Does that make any sense? No. So understand this thing. Somebody, if they are trading in Bitcoin, they might be having good amount of capital. That's fine. When you're trading in Bitcoin, basically the movement that they are expecting, they might be able to get good amount of like return on whatever they are investing. For you, it might not suit because your capital amount is only so small that the movement has to come like very big to be able to give you a profit. Why? You need to understand this fact and then trade in the right direction. Okay, we've understood what kind of a risk taker you are. You should answer that question to yourself. Then if you are clear on that, I want you guys to type in right now in the comments saying that you want to know different types of cryptos based on risk. If you're already aware of it, no problem, like based on high risk, low risk, medium risk. If you don't know what are the different cryptos based on different types of risk, you can ask me. I will write it in the comments. I'll tell you here itself. But if you are already aware, leave it. Then you can proceed with the next one. Then comes the second question, capital. If you are aware of what capital, if you're aware that how much your capital is, and based on that what crypto you should go for, and you're aware of that also, then leave it, then just leave it as is. We can proceed with the conversation. But if you're not sure, I want you guys to write now in the comments, write in the comments that you want the list of cryptos based on risk type, and you want the cryptos based on capital type, so that I can help you with it. Okay, these are the two things that I want you guys to do it for me. Okay, if I'm not getting answer, I'm moving ahead with it. Now comes third question, which is after deciding everything, we are deciding on to the pair. We are sure of what pair we are going for. So as usual, every day, you know that I basically go for trading with Ethereum only. There are various reasons why I go for Ethereum for trading. It's not just about Ethereum being low price. Low price is not the only factor that I look into. Of course, there are a lot of reasons. Uh, Ethereum has these three T's. TYS, T's is what I call it as. Now, what is this T's? It is basically utility, liquidity, and volatility. So these three factors together makes Ethereum a very, very important crypto in the industry, because from all the aspects and the features of a very best crypto, it stands out in every which way. Now, when you're choosing your crypto, it is very important that you understand that that crypto has to have some kind of utility, which means that the crypto should have some real use case. A crypto cannot just be a meme coin. A crypto cannot just be existing for the heck of it. If there's some media hype telling that something is good, something is going great, and all of that, and it starts pumping and it starts dumping for some reason and no reason at all, it's not something that we want to follow such kind of a trade, honestly speaking. Reason being, if anything goes wrong in this scenario, it is you who is going to suffer. Because if the cryptos are existing for media hype, if the cryptos are existing for no reason, they might come and they might like exit, and they might just vanish for some reason. There is no reason for them to stay if there is no proper utility behind it. So I want you guys to also make sure, when you are trading, when you are choosing your crypto, to pick up something which has good utility. It's not about just the price, the risk factor here, but also something to do with the utility of it. And Ethereum from all the aspects stands out in this particular zone. Reason being, Ethereum is a blockchain. Ethereum is something where there is a network associated with it, there is technology associated with it. In that technology, there are so many things that get built up. There are so many things that basically happens on that front. So that's why Ethereum is one of the best crypto that you can go for. Now, why do I say because of that? On Ethereum blockchain, there is like so many cryptos that are built. Ethereum's uh, Ethereum's cryptocurrency itself is built on Ethereum, as well as other cryptos are also built on it. There are gaming apps that get built on Ethereum blockchain. There are so many things, like the transactions happen, some of the transactions validations happen on Ethereum. So Ethereum has got so many utility cases. That's why I am so for Ethereum, and I'm like, I want you guys also to understand this fact and then go for something which is having some good amount of utility. Now, the next question is volatility. Yes, it has good amount of volatility. When there are normal days, it kind of moves about in between 1 to 5%. And if there are like good news is day, bad news is day, it moves about more than 5 to 8% also. So volatility plays a crucial role when you're choosing a crypto, because we want the market to move in certain direction so that we can basically trade according to what the volatility is showing. And there's good amount of volatility, you can expect some good moves and good profits, and the risk to reward that you can put for the day can be enhanced, can be changed. Like if you're on normal days you're taking like around 1:2 as a risk to reward, on good volatile days you can even expect 1:3, 1:4 and whatnot. So that's why I say, from the volatility perspective, to Ethereum stands out in every which way. So you have to consider Ethereum for that reason too. Now comes the third thing, which is basically nothing but it is about the liquidity. So Ethereum, because of its popularity and its good usage, has always been people's favorite. So I want you guys to also remember that this is very important as a important thing to remember. That, hold on, to remember that if a crypto has good what was I saying, um, liquidity, which means good buyers and sellers in the market, then you can definitely trade. And whenever you execute any trade, your trade will be successful. So these 3 points are very important for you to understand and go about trading in the right direction. So if you still have doubts on whatever we've discussed just now, you can ask me a question in the comments and I don't mind repeating it. Guys, I want to make your life simple. So please, at the same time, I want you guys to talk to me, to tell to me, to stop me somewhere if you think I'm going too fast, I'm going too quick, or I'm explaining like way fast, or maybe some concepts are not coming as clear. So please, you can ask me to stop and again repeat it, and I don't mind doing that. Okay. So this is about why and how we are going to pick up a trading pair and how that trading pair is going to be successful. I will be continuing this topic in a little more while. Meanwhile, let's see if we have some good buying, selling opportunity that we can see for, look for, and then we will plan our entry too. So if you want to take a trade along with me while you are live with me, so please make sure to deposit funds into your account while I'm live using the deposit button that you see it on the screen, and make sure to trade live with me when we are live. Okay, so on my 60 minutes chart, my price is below the moving average. On the 4 hours chart, it is above. The VWAP is also just sitting there. Let me have a look at what my 5 minutes chart has to say. So my 5 minutes chart is almost reaching my both VWAP and moving average. Here I can see that the sellers are still in control, buyers are not very strong, and price is just sitting at the overbought conditions. So do we still buy in this zone? The answer is definitely no, because on the RSI you can see prices reached almost overbought conditions, and we do not buy in these kind of zones because most of the traders, whoever would have taken a buy trade here, they start taking profits in this territory. So if we buy in this zone, our stop loss is most likely 95 to 98% is most likely to hit, and we are going to get washed out of the market. So when do we buy now in the market, or when do we sell in the market, is we wait and see who is taking the control here. So if our buyers are still taking control and it moves past the moving average, we will still plan our buy entry. But if we see that sellers are becoming strong in this zone, we are going to take a sell entry. Now moving on to the 60 minutes chart, I'm going to look at some things here. I can see that my sellers are in control on my 60 minutes chart. Price is sitting below neutral zone, so it does have the capacity to go a very far way on the 1 hour chart to become overbought. So it still has the capacity. Now most likely a pullback is likely to happen here, so it is not a very good time to basically buy, but it's definitely a very good time to sell because 60 minutes is also justifying the same thing. Now comes a 4 hours chart. 4 hours chart is also showing that price is sitting somewhere above um, 30, but it's below 50. So it does have the capacity to still go further up, like completely overbought, but it's still sitting at 42. My sellers are still in control and buyers are becoming weak here. So it means that my sellers are basically ruling right now. So on my shorter time frame tool, which is my 5 minutes chart, I have a sell opportunity and not a buy opportunity until unless, yes, buyers completely take over, then that's a different scenario altogether. But looking at RSI, it really doesn't give us any kind of, information because RSI is clearly showing that it is above 50 neutral zone and price is almost to reach an overbought condition. So when it reaches 60 and above on RSI, most of the traders, because some people took trades in this zone. Okay, they have taken at 3063. So obviously those traders, they have to exit at this level to be able to take their profits, right? So those profit taking is happening in this zone, and that's why we can see that the price slightly has come down, is retracing in this zone, and we will have some retracements happening here. So hold on for a second. So let's plan our entry. Let's see. So in this zone, most likely either a consolidation will happen, which will again decide the due course of the market, which means either the market is going to continue moving up or is it going to continue down. So those two things will be decided here because all the people who taken buy trades from below the below 30 on the RSI are taking the profits in this zone. So most likely the in this zone a decision has to be made whether the price will now continue to move up or will continue to move in the upward direction. So our bigger time frames are justifying, yes, it is above moving average, but that is not sufficient for us to take a trade because price is just sitting near the moving average. And any flip from here, which means the sellers getting strong here, can definitely move the market in the complete opposite direction. And the downtrend is most likely to continue both in short as well as down. As well as the bigger time frame. So we have to hold on until we plan our positions. Let's see if we are able to get any good setup that can help us take a successful trade. So guys, anybody who is joining the streams, I want you guys to write in the comments if there's any specific requirement, if there's any thing that you would like to ask me, you want to take a trade with me, please feel free and tell me and also use the deposit button that you see it on the screen to deposit funds while I'm live and take a trade along with me. So let's move on. Let's have a look at what the markets are showing me here. Sorry, guys. What do you think market will do now? Do you think market will move in upward direction in shorter term or will it move down? What do you think of it? Write it in the comments. I want to hear your sides of the stories too. Guys, let's trade together. Let's trade. Let's make sure that we are discussing what we are doing here. So together we can plan our entries, exits, and everything. Yes, 869606. Welcome to the stream, my dear. Tell me, how can I help you? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. How is your trading journey going on? How is it going? Profitable, not profitable? Are you taking trades already? Which crypto are you trading in? Tell me everything. Because if you guys are successfully trading with or without my guidance, it really don't matter. You're doing well. I'll be the most happiest person. So please share it if you are basically uh, doing well. But just in case you're not able to find your way out, remember that I'm there with you and I'm there to help you in every which way. So tell me, 869606, how is your trading journey going on so far? I'm going to plan my entry here. I'm just waiting for some kind of breakout to come here. That's why I'm just waiting. So I'm going to take a trade with as less as $6 and still try to make profits with it. So somebody who is having with one digit capitals too, you guys can basically take trades even with that little amount that you have. So the whole idea is to make sure that no amount is like small. Every penny, every dollar counts, and every dollar is important. So even with as low as $6 is what we can make profits, is what I'm trying to show. In yesterday's stream also, I was able to show you guys that yes, see, with $6 I was able to make point zeros 62 profit, 0.009 thousand profit. So it is still possible, and it is not necessary that you have to basically put thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to make profits. Even small little pennies and things like that is possible. So today again we're going to plan our trade. I'm just waiting for the right setup to form and then take a trade. But 869606, if you have any personal requirements, you want to share something, profitable, not profitable, how's your trading journey going? Are you already trading or you didn't even start? You're a beginner. What exactly is your status? You can let me know if you want to share it here. Feel comfortable to do so. So in my current scenario, I can still see that the sellers are in control. There was slight, basically a consolidation that was happening, and now price again, I think, started moving in the upward direction. Looks like the buy is still on. Some people who basically took a trade in this zone might have taken little profit, like here they took their profits here, and then the prices continue to move up, so means buyers are becoming strong. Now in this scenario, while it is moving further up, do we have the opportunity to take a buy trade? Then the answer is, of course, it is a 50-50 probability, because price has reached almost its overbought condition. So from here, most of the traders, they start taking profits in this zone too. So price can reverse at any point in time. So I'm not planning my buy entry still, because I don't want to be part of the buyers here. Because if price reverses from this zone, then my stop losses getting hit is very high. So I don't want to take a buy trade here. I'm waiting for the reversal to happen, which means the starting to go a little down, and then I will basically plan my short sell entry here in this zone. So it's almost in the overbought conditions. If it moves past the like moving average, most likely we will have the price to take a small pullback from that zone. So we will basically plan our entry from there for a short, not for a buy. Buy, if I see the conditions still very strong in buyer's favor, then I will plan my buy entry. But as of now, for me, still selling selling looks better here. So I'm just waiting for proper confirmation, some breakout or big red candles forming at this zone, so that I can plan my short entry here. So guys, if you want me to hand over, guide you, and you want to unlock some exclusive benefits, the on the screen you see there is a deposit button, right, where I'm live. So use that deposit button to deposit funds while I'm live, and get in touch with me. And you can unlock some exclusive benefits for yourself using that button. So please, I want you guys to use that button as much as possible, so that you can stand the chance to win free giveaways, can stand the chance to get some exclusive benefits which our other users are not getting. So make sure you do that and get in touch with me. Huh? So I've taken a short entry here. Let's see if sellers become strong and the price starts moving down. I'm going to continue my short. So I've taken a trade with as low as $6, and I've taken a leverage of 10x. You don't need to take a 10x leverage. So please, guys, keep your leverage not more than 5x if you are a new beginner trader. Let's see if I can make any profits in this current scenario. So I took a position at 3099. So whether my buyers are going to become strong here or my sellers are going to become strong here, depending on where my market is heading, I am going to plan my exit. So if buyers are still going to become strong, because it looks like it's kind of consolidating in this zone, and it's not uh, very clear. So if it becomes stronger, well, the market is moving in whichever direction it is moving. Let's continue to see what are the major political and regulatory moves, what are the key factors that are impacting the markets on the whole. Let's have a look at that as well. Let me just 2 seconds. So the US Office of the Controller of the Currency has conditionally approved major crypto firms like Ripple, Circle, Bitgo, Paxos, Fidelity to become national trust banks, a big step towards harmonizing digital assets with banking infrastructure. So this is something which is happening in the background. A sweeping crypto market bill is making progress in the US Senate after talks between lawmakers and bank executives, potentially creating a broad regulatory framework. So yes, these are the things based on political and regulatory moves. So which is kind of reshaping the crypto finance on the whole. So that's how why we need to know is, of course, if any positive thing is happening in the crypto market, that does have some kind of positive impact. So we have to keep a tab on all of this. So I have taken a short position from this side. Like at my entry price is 3099, and I've taken a position with as less as $6.4 with a 10x leverage. Now, you as a trader, if you're a beginner trader, should you take a 10x of a leverage? Then obviously it depends on you and your capacity, as well as the fact that how much level of expertise you have or the kind of experience you have. You should basically decide your uh, like leverage based on that. As a beginner trader, my personal advice, my personal take on it is not more than 5x should be leveraged. So I have taken it as 10x because I know I've been trading for some time. I have good amount of experience in trading, so I am taking a 10x leverage. But you, as a trader, you should take or not. It's totally up to your risk appetite and your decision if you're ready to, risk that kind of amount. Okay, so let's wait. I'm just still waiting for my profits to start hitting. Looks like it's gone in consolidation. This is where exactly the traders take their profits. So when it reaches on 60 and above on RSI, when it reaches the overbought conditions, that's where exactly the traders who might have taken the trade at this support zones, starts taking profit from the zone, and price tends to pull back for a little short while. So this is why I have planned my entry. I have some valid reasons to it. Reason being, price is in like below moving average, which means it's in a downtrend. That is my first reason. Second thing is I can see that sellers are in control than buyers. So that is the second reason I have taken the trade. Third reason is RSI is sitting at overbought conditions. So from here, anytime the traders start taking their profits, so I have also entered into the rally along with the sellers so that we all can push the price down to the below level. So that is why I have entered into a trade here. On my 60 minutes and 4 hours, 60 minutes is sitting a little above moving average. It's in an uptrend, but my 4 hour chart, which is a very significant chart that I always have to look at the bigger picture and then plan my entry on the shorter time frame. It also shows that price is very near to the moving average. So there I saw that price basically sellers are in control over there, and I also saw that price is very near to the moving average. It's not above, it's not below, it's very near, like it's sitting just there. So in this current scenario, looks like price will pull back first and then again it will start moving in the upward direction. I don't see at the current moment I don't see buyers getting strong in any ways. That's why I'm not planning my buy entry. But just in case, while we are discussing all these things and we are looking at all of these things, if scenarios change, something is changing over here, I might change my strategy a little. I might switch from short to buy depending on how the conditions are looking like. So you can do the same thing too, and you're not sure of what exactly is happening. So you can do the same thing and then exit it at no profit no loss, which is like a break even, and then still take a trade. So whatever is happening in this zone, because prices now kind of become stagnant, it's not moving in one of the directions that I want it to move. So let's wait and see and how it is performing, and then we'll decide on it. All right. Moving on to the globally, regulation is advancing too. The UK is planning a border regulatory regime aimed at fostering innovation while protecting consumers. And in many countries, policymakers are balancing growth with risk, and regulators are focusing on stable coins, tokenization, and market safeguards. So, this is again on the regulatory front, what is happening there. On the markets and the price action, Bitcoin recently floated near $90,000, trading off earlier at all-time highs, and analysts and financial media highlight crypto retracement and volatility, prompting some investors to reassess allocations in diversified portfolios. Crypto investors' behavior is changing. A new survey finds younger investors prefer crypto over traditional retirement accounts. So I think with whatever changes and kind of reformations are coming in the crypto industry, we can see a lot of new young generation basically moving towards this industry and taking a chance and taking a risk in this industry. So looks like we have like a lot of young traders that are part of this and making good amount of money. So I think that's all of us need to understand too. It's not a rocket science, it's not something very difficult. So it's just a bit of dedication and a bit of discipline here and there, and then we are all set and we all can make profits every day of our life, which is very much possible. So it's all about dedication, a little time and effort on day-to-day basis, and yes, you are basically set for the day. So you want me to help you out? You want me to guide you? Please feel free. Use this guidance in every which way. Tell your friends, family, everybody who you think can benefit out of this and still take a trade, as well as refer to all the people which are part of your circle, so that each one of us makes some great amount of profits here. All right, on the institutional sentiment. So institutional sentiment is basically shifting. Major asset managers like Vanguard are reversing anti-crypto stances, hinting at potential new inflows and more mainstream adoption. Traditional banks and asset managers like Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, and Fidelity are all offering structured crypto allocations and regulated products, balancing exposure and risk. So this is again on the institutional and the trade fi segment that we are talking about. Guys, here actually I could have still taken a little more time to close it, but I didn't go for too much because my capital is very low. For me, very small little movements also matter a lot. If I was trading probably like $500 $1,000 or anything, uh, I don't mind waiting a little more longer to get the desired result. But because my capital is low, I have to keep my take profits, stop losses, and everything very very tight because $6 is a very small amount. See, you Ethereum is a like $1 billion market capitalization crypto, and Ethereum's price itself is 3,082 currently. So to be able to trade in that kind of a big market, it's very difficult, especially when it comes to just trading with six or one digit dollars or something like that. So that's why all I'm asking is you can trade with as less as $3, $4, $5 also, but you have to be like very, very stringent on your take profit, stop losses, and everything. So if you're still planning your entries for short, yes, there is an opportunity. Go trade in the right direction, trade in the right way, and you will be able to make a profit. So the results are in front of you guys. I'm trading live with you guys so that you guys can take advantage of these kind of things and trade along with me. So don't panic, don't get scared. You have to remove your fears and start trading in proper direction, and you will be profitable. So please understand this fact and trade along with me, along my side. When I'm taking my buy trades, take buy trades. When I'm taking my sell trades, take sell trades. Copy my trades if you want, and you can still be profitable. Now coming to the size of the position, that is totally up to you. The kind of capital you guys have, the leverage you want to take, that is something I really cannot comment. But if you still want help on that front also, I can do it. I can tell you that within that capital and the leverage that you have, you still have the capacity to make profits or not. I can let you know about it. But what you want to risk, what you want to trade with, I really cannot decide. It's you who has to decide that. So the results are in front of you. You saw I closed a short here with 0.197. If I would have waited a little more, maybe it would have been around $1 or something. So within just this three, four, five, four candles, just about in 4 minutes, 4 minutes, I was able to make around $1, like close to $1 I can say. So imagine if in a day I'm making in 5 minutes, I'm making $1, and if I'm just trying, if I try to enhance this position a little, maybe instead of $6, if I would have gone with $60, or I would have gone for $600 position, still was how much would that be? Just if you calculate this, uh, but I'm not saying that this is a guaranteed profit that we're talking about. So if I have taken a 3107 as the entry point and my exit at 3080, so with a $500 position, if I have taken it at 3107 and I sold it at 3086, so I'm talking about almost close to $5 to $6 profit here. So within 5 minutes, if I'm making $5, do you still think it is not a good thing? Do you still think that making $5 in 5 minutes, is it a bad thing? Then I have nothing to comment here, because for me I feel like $5 for a 5 minute trade is just too good to be true, honestly speaking. But still, if you're not finding any value in that, I seriously doubt your logical reasoning. 5 minutes, you could have made minimum of $4 to $5 here, and you saw the strategy. This whole movement, just I just captured only this zone, only four candles, five candles I captured for 5 minutes. And with five candles and 5 minutes, I was able to make 0.197, and my size was so small. Like I took a $6.50 with a 10x of leverage. Imagine if you had taken $100 with a 5x, and you have taken a $500 position, 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you would have easily made around $3 to $4. Easily, I'm telling you, $3 to $4. $3 to $4 in 5 minutes, is it something very difficult? And also in 5 minutes, if you get $4 5 just like that, with no too much headache, not stressing out, nothing like breaking your head over anything, you're getting $3 to $4 just like that. Is it not something like too good to be true, too easy to get? Is there still you think that this is a rocket science that you cannot understand? Is there you still think that it's very difficult to do something like this? So then I seriously think that you guys still need to buck up with your knowledge and information, and need to put a little effort. Because if in 5 minutes also you can't find an opportunity, and you cannot make $3 4 in 5 minutes, then seriously there is nobody that can help you. So this is the bestest platform, this is the bestest way, and the most easiest way through which you can just sit there and play like a game. I'm not saying do gambling here, I'm not saying speculate here, I'm not saying guess here. Do a bit of analysis, learn that, and then within 5 minutes, if you're just getting $3 4, no other opportunity, no other job, no other full-time job, no other thing on this earth can give you anything better than this. User 995573, can I understand what is that? Bitcoin send, what is this? What do you want to ask me? How can I send you Bitcoin? Guys, this is not a charity organization. We cannot send you any free cryptos until unless you are using this crypto for some purpose. You have to basically use this platform to trade, so that we can help you in making money. You cannot ask for free cryptos or things like that, because this is definitely not a charitable organization. So yeah. So can I request all of you? I think you need to buck up with the thing, guys. I think you have to understand. It's just like few little things here and there, and that's all it requires. Even right now, I can see there's like buying opportunity, and with this move too, you can easily minimum make about like $3 4 just like it, and it's not that difficult at all. So is there still anything difficult? Ask me anything, and you can get your doubts sorted out here. Let's see what the current scenario is looking like, and see if still we have any opportunity. So I can see the sellers are only strong in the 5 minute zone. RSI is just sitting near the neutral zone. So it's like I can say slightly the momentum has to build up here. So after this small little pullback, looks like the price is basically now again trying to decide which way to go. So until we see some proper momentum building up, we will not be taking a trade. So be careful of that fact. Guys, let the momentum build for some time. I'm going to take a small 5-10 minutes break, and then we'll continue talking about the markets and everything that you need to know about crypto and crypto industry, as well as spot and futures trading. All right, guys. So guys, I'm back. So any questions for me, guys? Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Let's see where the market is currently. So before going on the break, I told you that let the momentum build. So I can see it's like reached again the neutral zone. So it's kind of like consolidating in this current scenario. So it's sellers that are basically strong in this zone. Let's have a look at 60 minutes chart. The 60 minutes chart is showing that basically price is up, price is below moving average here still. It's in downtrend. And what about the 4 hours chart? 4 hours chart slightly up, price is positive. Okay. But 4 hours chart still sellers are in control and price is above 40. So there's a very thin difference. And if price reverses at any point on this 4 hours chart, then the downtrend is most likely to continue. Let's have a look at the 5 minutes chart and decide now our entry point. We have to decide. So it's again reached the 50 neutral zone. Sellers in control. And the overall trend seems to be strong. These long wicks that you guys see, they're clear indications that the price is trying to get strong, which means the buyers are trying their level best to push the prices up. But unfortunately, they are becoming unsuccessful and sellers are taking over every time they're trying to push the price up. So let's see what can we do about this situation. We'll have to wait. Let this proper breakout comes. This, if this candle basically forms like a strong candle forms here with a big body, then buyers are getting in control is what we know in this current scenario. So let's wait. Guys, if you want to plan your entries with me, please make sure to get onto the stream, use the deposit button which you see it on the screen, and get in touch with me, and I'll help you out with your buying, selling strategies, as well as help you in taking a trade along with me. The buyers are trying to push the price up. There's a rejection again and again that's happening here actually. If a strong engulfing candle forms here, most likely we should be sure that price is trying to go up. Okay, there's another rejection that's happened here. Oh, okay. Here's a crucial point because it's nearing the RSI 50. It's kind of reaching the almost the neutral zone here. So please, guys, let the momentum build here. Let's see that the proper breakout comes here, and then we'll plan our entry. We can't have our entry here. So if you want to copy my trade, take the trade along with me. Please copy the trade. Leverage as well as capital is something that you have to decide for yourself what suits you and what is best for you. But looking at the entry points and exit points, you can plan your entries accordingly. I'm trying to basically take a trade with as less as $7 here. Most likely after this candle, we will have some entry point. This candle is a deciding point because there is some kind of momentum building up here. It's like here it's not giving a bit of clarity where the price is heading. So if this red candle forms completely and then other red candle also forms post to this, so most likely price is going to go down, pull back a little in the short term. Let's be ready. I'm taking a position of 6.5 with a 10x leverage. So let's see. Let the conditions be valid for me first. A lot of rejections and indecision that's sitting there. So this one's an indecision candle. So price was not able to decide should it go up, should it go down. So yes, now comes Another candle looks like the body was strong, buyers were getting strong, but again suddenly it just flipped and it's getting rejected every now and then. So, a lot of rejections happening. So I think mostly price now is going to go down because A, sellers are looking in control. The trend is also looking strong. And the price is below neutral zone, which is in bearish territory. So I think price is going to test the lower zones and come because see here also there's a rejection. So again, it might test this zone. So So if you want to copy my trade or you want to follow my strategy, you can. Capital and leverage is something that you need to decide on your own because that's something that I cannot decide for you. But where I plan my entry, where I exit, you can definitely watch that out. And I'm taking a trade with as less as $6-7 as the capital with a 10x of leverage. But as a beginner trader, I don't encourage you guys to take that kind of leverage. So you can lower your leverage to 5x. However, the capital amount totally depends on you guys. So if you have a big risk appetite and you don't mind losing on bigger amounts, so you don't mind, if the trades go wrong just in case, then you don't mind it, then you can go for bigger capital too. However, in my case, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take a trade with as less as $6, $6.5. And I'm trying to show you guys that you can still be profitable. The profit might not be that great as in big amounts or something, but yes, it is very much possible that you can still take a trade with as less as like $6, $6.5, and then still make a profit. It can be like in pennies or something, but yes, you can make a profit there. In my previous two trades, I have done that only and I closed out with a profit only. I'm planning my short here. Let's see. So my entry price is at 3086. If basically sellers are going to become strong here and price pushes down, I will be continuing to hold this position until then. Just in case I see that some kind of rejection is happening and market is not able to make any decision here, then I will be closing this position at a break even, which means no profit, no loss. I will close it at the entry price itself. The whole strategy is like sometimes market moves in a very slower pace, and sometimes it's not able to decide where it is heading. So in that scenario, if you are seeing that market is not moving in the direction of your trade, and you see there is a rejection candle sitting at your entry price, better to exit and retake the trade again at a lower level or at a different level altogether. My entry price right now is 3086.24. Price has slightly gone up. Still I'm in negative. If it goes a little below, my profit starts coming. Use the deposit function on the charts on the live stream function that you see to deposit funds and take a trade along with me. So my profit has started coming in. But I want to be careful. I haven't put my stop loss yet. I'll see how the momentum is building up and then I'll put my stop losses according to it. Not stop loss as such, but I'll take a no entry, sorry, no profit, no loss. So my entry price is 3086. If I see any rejection happening at that price and price is not able to build a momentum, I'm going to take an exit here. Very small movements here, very small. So it's almost reached the overbought, sorry, oversold conditions. So either it can continue moving up This is like almost a consolidation phase that we are into. So suppose I'm going to see in this zone a proper breakout is not coming, then I will be exiting the market here because the market is not coming for a breakout here. You see, this is moving in sideways. Can you guys see here? This is a sideways market, just moving side by side, up, down, just in this range it is moving. So a breakout either up or a downward direction has to form here. I took a trade at a break even, like in the sense in the neutral zone. So one of the things is supposed to happen here, either price becoming strong and going up or price becoming weak and going down. With my present conditions, I feel that price is getting weak. So I've taken a short trade because after a small little pullback, price will retest the upper zones again. But just in case something flips here, market and the buyers become strong in this zone, see for small little pennies, sometimes it kind of like makes you crazy. And this is why I exactly hate. Anyways, let's have a look at other things as well while we are watching the markets, while the momentum is building up. So there is something which we also need to know on the tokenization and TradeFi crypto bridges. So TradeFi basically firms like Coinbase are launching tokenized stocks, cross-chain bridges, and DEX functionality, blending centralized and decentralized finance. Stablecoin frameworks and ETFs, including filings for staked Ethereum products, are gaining traction, bolstering regulated crypto exposure. So global trends beyond the headlines, emerging markets and innovation hubs are evolving quickly. So countries like Pakistan, they've launched crypto councils to build national digital asset policy frameworks. India and other large economies are seeing growth in tokenized assets, institutional DeFi, and regulatory coordination. I'm just sitting with clicking on the execution of the order, just in case a rejection comes. Let's put our volume indicator here. I'm putting a volume indicator to see if this is a real movement that's coming or if it's a fake out. If it's a fake out, normally the volume indicator will not show anything moving out there. The green and the red, bars that you see on the volume indicator, if it's a fake out, normally you will see that it is not moving there, or if it's a fake signal, volume will not grow on volume indicator. I will exit the market because it's a wrong position that has happened here. Buyers became strong here. However, I didn't lose out on much here. I have exited within just 2 to 3 points. So we made a profit again. Not much, but yes. So guys, anybody wants to ask any questions, please ask. If you want, if you're getting confused about where to, how to take a trade, what is your capital amount and how you want to do everything, please get in touch with me. And I'm anyways going to show you all of that. If you want to share with me what is your capital, what is your leverage you're planning, then I can tell you if a trade is possible or not. So tokenization of real-world assets like real estate, bonds, and debt is steadily expanding as a bridge between TradeFi and DeFi, and there is growth in AI plus blockchain integrations, which is being cited as transformative force for algorithmic trading, asset management, and decentralized applications. Uh, Institutional banks are basically chartering, and there is ETF development, so that is on the bullish side. Asset managers, they are all pivoting towards crypto, tokenized markets, and asset infrastructure growth. So price volatility and retracement, regulatory tightening, especially in markets like UAE, and retail risk uh, taking attitudes may amplify market swings. So we have to keep a watch out on all these things: bearish watch out signals, price volatility, retracements, regulatory tightening, especially in markets like UAE. And then we have retail risk taking attitudes, which will amplify market swings. So tokenized markets and asset infrastructure growth, asset managers pivoting towards crypto, institutional bank charters, and ETF development. So yeah. So trading in the right direction and trading with the trend is very important. We should never trade with emotions. So it's a clean step program. So if you still haven't understood how to go about trading, so it's a clean step program, which is like 5 clean steps. Higher time frame first, which is like price above 200 MA or 1 hour, 4 hours chart. I in that basically it's all about buying and not about selling. Then second step is to basically make sure that the market structure, you have to check it, higher highs and higher lows, and it's an uptrend. And lower highs and lower lows, it's a downtrend. And then third is lower time frame entry. So pullbacks to VWAP 200 MA on 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So there's nothing to like never chase candles out here. So it's a lower time frame entry. Um, Candles you should never ever chase, because candles will be basically sometimes inducements and sometimes they will be traps, and also you have to be very careful of the right movement. And how do you determine if it's a right movement? And not a fake one. You also have to determine that looking at the volume indicator. So if along with price, even the volume is moving in right direction, then yes, it is basically moving in the right direction. Other than that, confidence is like obviously confidence, and the trend plus market, trend plus moving average plus structure is like definitely it's a win-win for us. So we plan our entries and we basically take a trade over there. And other than that, risk control, small stop, fixed risk, no revenge trades at all. So if you saw today, I've taken around 3, 4 trades. I think how many trades have I taken? 1, 2, 3, 4 trades I've taken. No, not four. 5 trades I've taken. Out of 5 trades, I have taken 4 successful trades and one I made a loss. So when I measure this overall, let me calculate my profit for the day. 5 trades I took. So I'm going to calculate all my profits first. Let's see, where do I stand? Am I still profitable or am I at loss? I have to see that actually. After taking 5 trades and out of that 4 were successful, 1 was a loss. So let's see. Okay, so I made a profit of 0.44286 overall, and my loss is 0.154220. So I'm still profitable. It's not like I am basically in a loss. I am still profitable after 5 trades, 4 being successful. Um, So whenever we are planning our entry, we are looking at the charts and we are seeing what is showing there. And sometimes if the conditions do change, we change our trading direction too. Like in case of like 2 days ago when we were planning a setup, so we can basically so one of the key mistakes which everyone does and which all of us do is not able to spot the reversals on time. So first and foremost thing which you need to understand is trend exhaustion first. Okay, the strong trend starts making weaker highs, which is like uptrend, or weaker lows, downtrend. Momentum is tired, so you need to first check for trend exhaustion. Second comes structure break. Uptrend makes a lower low, or downtrend makes a higher high, so trend is officially cracked. So if there's a structure break, then you will know that there is a reversal mostly going to happen. And if there's a trend exhaustion, then also that will apply that there is a reversal coming there. Like key levels, like in this scenario, for example, on the 4 hours chart, you see price is just sitting near the moving averages. So any breakout here in one of the directions is going to change the overall trend itself. So see, from here to here, price started moving up until it came here, and this is where it is exactly sitting. So most likely it will kind of now again shoot back. So this is where we are talking about reversals. Then there is also something called key levels reaction. Price rejects high time frame support resistance 200 MAs or VWAPs with strong wicks, and candle clues, pin bars, engulfing candles or long wicks after a long move. So smart money saying enough over there. So candle clues can also be a problem there. Volume tells truth, big volume on rejection, low volume on continuation, reversal is brewing over there. So you should not trade the first signal in this kind of scenarios, and trade the confirmation after structure breaks. So reversal, they pay big, but impatience pays liquidation. So you have to be careful on all those aspects when you are looking for a trade or a spot reversal. So do I have any people joining in? Any questions for me, guys? I am, speaking some of the very generic topics here. But if you have any specific questions, specific requirements, you can shoot out in the comments and ask me all of that. Today we took 5 trades, and I don't want to now overdo anything because I've already taken 5 trades. 5 trades out of that, 4 basically were successful, and one of them is basically in a loss. But when I calculate profits versus losses, I'm still at a profit. So the whole idea is it's about capturing the qualitative, trades. It's not about, quantity. It's very important that even if we take one trade or we take multiple trades, the idea is to take a qualitative trade, and a right setup and a right strategy is very important. I try to take trade with as less as $6 today in the stream, six and a half, and the leverage I took was 10x. But as beginner traders, it's not advisable to increase the leverage to more than 5x. So with as less as $6 also, the trade is possible. So you don't have to chunk out like big monies there, like maybe like $500, $1,000, $2,000. I'm not encouraging any of you if you're not ready to do so. Although a lot of people will tell you or will tell you the side of the story that oh, with $5 you're able to, sorry, with $5 you're able to make 0.7 or whatever. What if you invest 50 $500 something, and you are able to make you're able to make $5, $50, and they give you all that unrealistic numbers. Not unrealistic, they are possible numbers, because I trade myself with $2,000 minimum in the market, 2000 $3,000. So it is very much possible. But having said that, because you're putting in $1,000, $2,000, or whatever amount, doesn't guarantee you a profit. So the risk associated with it is also equivalent, and the risk associated with it is also same. So I don't think it is basically possible, uh, even though it might sound too good to be true and nice and all of that. So I think it is basically going to uh, depend on market conditions and liquidity, and all the other factors that are important. So only trade that much which you think you can afford to lose, or you can trade in the right direction and right way. So be careful is all I can say. And just because you're increasing the capital, you're increasing the leverage, doesn't guarantee you any kind of profits out there. So with that, I'm going to take a small 5 to 10 minutes of break, and we'll continue talking a little later. So if you have any questions, please put it in the comments, and I will look into it in a while. So with that, we are going to end this session today. I don't see a lot of viewers joining in and asking the right kind of questions. Guys, uh, I'm feeling a bit unwell today. I will be signing off a little early. If you still have any kind of doubts, you guys are joining in a little late. Today we discussed good amount of things. We took some 5 trades also and 4 were successful out of it. So watch the stream, replay it and check it once again. And if you have any other doubts, please feel free to reach out in the community also. There is no problem. I will be logging off a little early and then we'll continue streaming tomorrow between 4 to 8 p.m. Dubai time. I think tomorrow I won't be available. I'll be seeing you guys on Tuesday. So take